I'm Jenna Ribeiro, and today we will be talking about the 7 roles of a teacher, what they include, and what you as a teacher can do in an environment with your kiddies and your learners to improve on that. So the first thing we are going to look at is a scholar and a lifelong learner. Basically what this means, you as a teacher need to work constantly to improve and develop yourself. You need to pursue, and you should pursue, your own ongoing personal academic achievements. This is professional growth and attending workshops or short courses or anything like that to learn the newest and most helpful skills in order to help your children develop in the way that they need to develop. The second role that we are going to touch on is a curriculum developer. So a curriculum developer interprets and designs all learning programs and materials. Every single teacher should be able to do this. They should be able to make a sound plan that you have objectives at the beginning of your lesson, and those objectives need to be ticked off by the end of the lesson. So teachers are expected to understand and interpret the policy that is already in place to allow efficiency in the classroom as well as in the school environment. Teachers also need to design their own learning programs and select and prepare suitable textual and visual resources for learning in order to allow their students to achieve what is needed. Okay, with being a curriculum developer, we will chat a little bit more about it in the subject or phase specialist, but it's also depending on whether your child needs to either excel or needs to come back down and learn the basics again because they've missed out on that. So you need to keep in mind you can either extend or help a child that is struggling when you do your curriculum. Okay, the next one we are going to turn on to is the specialist in assessment. This is an assessor. Every teacher is an assessor. Okay, assessments are so vital to a child's learning. It is helpful towards the peers, and the parents, which will allow them and which will allow you to see where the learner needs to excel or whether you need to take steps back and work on that again. It also provides helpful feedback to the learners and parents, where you'll be able to tell them this is what they don't understand and this is what they don't understand. This is what we are going to do to extend them in this activity, and this is what we are going to do to help them in the areas that they do struggle. You need to also be able to assist where is needed. So you'll need to design and manage both formative and summative assessments in ways that are appropriate to the level of each learner and their academic level. So you need to be able to assess a child on their academic level. Okay. You also need to keep a detailed diagnostic report of each assessment that is done to have tangible evidence to give to either the principal, the education department, the parents, and even the learner. It's good for the learner to have feedback from the teacher. Okay. So with that being said, the teacher will need to interpret and assess and will use this in either to assist or extend a student, like I've said before. So we use assessments to see where the learner is at, so we can either extend them or we can help them where they need help. The next one I'm going to be moving on to is a leader, administrator, and manager. As a teacher, you take on all 3 of these roles. This entails, as a teacher, managing the learning in your classroom. Okay, this is very important. You, as a teacher, manage what these little children are learning on a day-to-day basis. You need to carry out administrative duties efficiently and participate in the school decision-making structures. You need to be involved in this, and you need to have patience and a calm decision-making mind when doing this. These functions require flexibility. You need to be able to think out of the box and do things for kids that struggle, or kids, like I've said before, either need to be extended or struggle, and you need to bring them back and work on that or extend the child from there on. Okay. All these functions should be carried out in a democratic way and professional way. Right. Okay, the next one we are going to touch on today is a specialist in teaching and learning. Okay, this is basically a learning mediator. So you're going to use lots of different strategies when teaching the children, okay? There could be children in your class that struggle or others that you need to extend, like I've said before. So you need to use a variety of resources to help learners understand the knowledge that has been taught in that lesson. So you need to use visual, auditory, modeling, physically doing it with them is very important. There's so many different aspects to the learning mediator sound.